Earlier today, I read you this book. The title is The Magic School Bus Explores the Senses. Remember when all the kids learned about eyes and ears, noses and mouths, and then skin for touching? Well, there's a lot of extra things on these pages that I'd like you to look at. Instead of the story, I'm going to read you some of the other things that the kids said during their learning about the senses. Without our senses, we'd be out of it. If someone could not see, hear, feel, taste, or smell, that person would not be able to tell anything about the outside world. Every animal needs senses. Without senses, an animal could not find food or escape from danger. Oh, the senses keep us safe and keeps animals safe too. Even the tiniest animals have senses. One-celled animals have simple senses. They can tell when their surroundings are too hot, too cold, or too poisonous. Then they turn around and go the other way. Which senses are most important? Different kinds of animals rely on different senses. Seeing is most important to birds. They can't find food if they can't see it. Bats use hearing to tell them where they're going. They can't hunt if their ears are blocked. Snakes smell the air with their forked tongues. If a snake's tongue isn't working, it's hard for it to find its prey. Our top senses. Seeing and hearing are the two most important senses for humans. Stop, look, and listen. When you look at something, what you see is the light. I see the chair. Not exactly. You see the light. Light bounces off of the object and into your eyes. What makes your eyes move? There are 6 muscles attached to each of your eyeballs. They move the eyes in different directions. Up and down, side to side. Could you move your eyes like that? Up, down, side to side. Your iris is all muscle. The colored part of your eye, the iris, is a ring of muscle. But your pupil is nothing at all. The dark spot in the middle of your iris is actually an opening into your eye, the pupil. Your pupil is protected by a tough, clear layer called the cornea. Why do you think your eye has something over it to protect it? Maybe it's so that dirt and dust doesn't get in your eyes. Iris comes from a word that means rainbow. A rainbow has lots of colors. Irises come in many colors too. Brown, black, blue, hazel, green, and gray. When the muscles of the iris tighten, the pupil gets smaller. Then less light enters your eye. When the muscles relax, the pupil gets larger. More light gets in. Try this and see. When you shine a light onto your eyes, look how tiny those black dots are. Their pupils are small. But when the light goes out and it's pretty dark, your pupils get bigger so that it can take in as much light as they can, so you can see what's going on. Your eye is like a living camera. Your pupil is like the camera's aperture or opening, which lets in light. Your lens is like the camera's glass lens, which focuses the light. Your retina is like the film, which changes when light hits. I'm going to skip that one. and that one. And those. Your brain, it's not just for thinking. A thin, wrinkled layer covers your brain like the ring of a melon. This is the cerebral cortex. Different parts of the cortex let you think, talk, remember, move, see, hear, taste, smell, and touch. So when you're learning about the world by seeing and hearing and tasting and smelling and touching, all of that is going into your brain so that you can learn. Sometimes your brain makes mistakes. Which dress is bigger? Both are the same size. But because of the background, your brain thinks the red dress is smaller. Measure it and see. Look at your ears. The part you can see is called the auricle or pinna. It has no bones. Inside the auricle is a tough, bendable material called cartilage. The opening in the ear leads to the ear canal. Together, the auricle and the ear canal make up your outer ear. There's more to your ear than meets the eye. Most of your ear is deep inside your head. You can't see it. What are sound waves? When something moves back and forth rapidly, the air around it moves too. These movements are sound waves or vibrations. When a bell rings, number 1, the clapper hits the bell. 2, bell vibrates. 3, sound waves go through the air. 4, waves enter your ear. 5, your hearing system starts to work. 6, you hear the bell ring. Where are your hearing centers? Put your 2 hands on your head just above your ears. Your hands are right over the hearing centers on the cortex of your brain. Now hear this. Crickets have their eardrums on their legs. Mosquitoes can hear with their antenna. Snakes have no ears. They pick up sound through their bones. Dogs are super smellers. Dogs can smell odors that are very, very faint or very, very far away. Bloodhounds can tell one person from another just from the scent that comes through their shoes. Where are your smell cells? High up in each nostril is a little patch about the size of a postage stamp. All your smell receptor cells are in these patches. How many smell cells? A human has 5 million smell cells in the nose. Does that seem like a lot? Not compared to a dog. A dog has 200 million. Smell like a moth. This moth has a sense of smell, but it does not have a nose. Its smell cells are on its feathery antenna. Now we're talking about the sense of taste, which you can do thanks to your tongue inside your mouth. Do taste buds work better wet or dry? They work better when they're wet. Food molecules dissolve in the liquid, then they easily slide down between the bumps on your tongue. Your sense of smell helps you taste. When you chew, food molecules go into the air in your mouth. Then the air flows up in the back of your throat and into your nose. When your nostrils are closed, the air cannot flow. That's why you may not taste much when you have a cold. Have you ever had a cold when your nose is all stuffed up? When your nose is all stuffed up, it's really difficult to taste anything that you eat. How many flavors can you taste? Our taste cells can detect only 4 tastes: bitter, sour, salty, and sweet. But people can taste over 10,000 different flavors. How is this possible? Scientists say all the flavors we taste are mixtures of the 4 basic tastes, combined with the many different smells from food. Catfish win the taste contest. A catfish may have the most taste buds of any animal. It has 270,000. That's about 25 times as many as the average human. Most of the taste buds are on the outside of the catfish's body. It can taste the food before eating it. Chickens come in last. Chickens can taste, but not very well. They have only 24 taste buds. Your skin is a sense organ. Receptor cells in your skin send nerve messages to the touch center of your brain. Your skin senses include not only touch, but also temperature, itch, pressure, and pain. So you can use your skin to touch something and figure out how it feels, but you can also tell if it's hot or cold, if you're itchy, or if you have some kind of pain. The touch area of the cortex. Each part of your body has its own special section on the touch area of your brain. Whiskers are touch organs. Cats, dogs, mice, horses, and many other mammals have sensitive whiskers. Whiskers help animals find their way in the dark. A whisker may also detect food that the animal does not see. My cat uses its whiskers to figure out if it can fit inside a hole or inside a box, too. If the whiskers touch the sides of whatever they're trying to get into, then my cat knows that they won't fit. Where is your sense of balance? In your ears. In the inner ear, there are 3 hollow tubes called the semicircular canals. Hair cells in the canals send messages to your brain about your body's movement. Then your brain tells your muscles to adjust so your body won't fall. Cool cats keep their balance. Why do cats land on their feet? Their excellent sense of balance helps them turn right side up. Cat falls. Balancing sense says, "You're upside down." Head turns. Spine twists. Back legs come down. Cat lands on feet. Sensational senses. Birds of prey have the best vision in the animal kingdom. An eagle can see 8 times better than a person. Many snakes have sense organs that detect heat. This helps them catch warm-blooded prey. Fish have sense cells in lines on the sides of their body. These detect movements in the water. This helps fish escape from predators. More sensational senses. Mammals that are active at night have a mirror layer at the back of the eye. The mirror reflects light back into the eye, giving more light to the cones and rods. Birds can detect the magnetic field of the earth. This helps them find their way when they are migrating. Birds don't really like the cold weather so much, so when the winter time comes, That's why we see a lot of birds flying away. They're flying south for some warmer weather. Only 5? You've got to be kidding. Everyone says there are 5 senses because long ago we knew about only 5: seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. Today, scientists have found up to 20 senses in humans and animals combined. For example, there are senses that detect gravity, electricity, ultraviolet light, and more. Let us hear from you. Keep in touch. It's been sweet. See ya. Who knows when they'll come again? And that's the end of that, Happy Hippos. There is so much cool information in all these Magic School Bus books. I loved them when I was a kid. I hope you learned to love them too. Have a wonderful day.